What's up, everyone? We got some, chili oil fiesta right here. So we got dan which is pretty much one of my favorite noodle dishes. So it has chili oil, Szechuan chili flakes, typically some scallions and some ground up pork. And then we have got some spicy dumplings over here as well. It's engulfed in chili oil too. So yeah, when you eat dan certain noodles, right? There's chili oil and sauces or whatever. It's best to make sure that you mix it up thoroughly so that it's emulsified in whatever sauce or chili oil it's in. Yeah, so like all the noodles are coated up, pretty much evenly with that delicious sauce. So yeah, let's get into it. Oops. Definitely. I used to do this all the time to myself. I'm not thinking things through. So generally, usually when I eat something like that really stains a person clothes. I usually like wear a white t-shirt, but now I learned my mistakes. Make sure you wear something that you don't mind getting dirty. But I'm wearing a white hat, but I don't think it should like splash on that easily compared to like a white shirt, right? And don't quote me on this. I believe you can do so many dishes for noodles. There's so many varieties, right? Pretty much every culture has their own little spin on it, right? And I believe noodles came from China, and some other cultures adopted noodles as well. Particularly, definitely Italy. They put their own twist on pastas and their sauces, right? And like soup noodles, and you could do dry style noodles or cold noodles too, particularly. Oh man. I didn't ask for any reduction in heat, but I mean it's not too spicy. It's tolerable for my taste. And man, like, when you eat spicy food, like when your heart's beating or you're lightheaded, that's when you feel the most alive. You know what I'm saying? If you really eat spicy food, but I mean this is not too spicy. It's just perfect for my tolerance. Yeah. Speaking of different varieties and types of noodles, there's different categories like dry style. I think this is considered dry style, right? Stir fry, pretty much. And soup noodles is a totally different ballpark. For like soup noodles, I would say for my favorite ranking personally, I would probably say ramen comes in first, no doubt. Number two, I think I would say pho's close second, and number three, huh? Hmm, three. Udon's good too. I like udon. But yeah, no, like ramen. Japanese people really put their whole heart and soul into making these ramen. Like to perfect that recipe, it takes countless of hours put in to find that perfect consistency and all the ingredients that play off each other, right? And ramen chefs in Japan, they wake up super early. It takes hours to make the ramen broth with like depending on what ramen broth you like, right? Like if you like pork bone, it takes so long to boil down, the tonkatsu broth, right? Make sure it's mixed in well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. I believe Dandianmian is a Szechuan noodle dish, but certain parts of China they're known for like their spicy cuisine, and I can't imagine if I went to the Szechuan province, particularly. There's no way I would survive eating their cuisine over there. And then that brings me back actually when I went to Korea, I had tteokbokki there. I thought I could handle it, right? But I was sweating rain buckets out there. My friend was asking me, "You all right?" And I was downing the water like there's no tomorrow. And I kind of felt bad. Well, actually, in Korea, it's kind of nice how they give you like a pitcher of water, or like Korean restaurants in general, and then so you wouldn't have to keep on calling the waiter over. But I was drinking so much water that I felt bad to ask the waiter so often to get more water. And recently, I'm slowly trying to get back into jogging. When I recently jogged before, I kind of took a couple days off because my bottom of my foot is kind of sore. I don't think I'm had the right correct running form, so I was like looking up YouTube videos of actually how to run. And there's certain techniques, but there is like certain forms that you can take apart from each other. And then I forgot his name. The other day, like when I was looking up how to run on YouTube for long distance, particularly, I forgot there's this long distance marathon runner. I forgot his name, but I think it was a road record or something crazy for a marathon. He ran under just a little under 2 hours. So I believe a marathon is 26 miles. So that's crazy. I can't even imagine. I could barely run a mile in like 8 minutes with my head. Sorry ass. Okay, so let's get into what transpired in Tower God episode 4. So I think in the previous video I forgot to mention. So during this trial of this crown game, not all parties are required to enter each round. There's a button option where you can choose to enter the next round. So in this next round, this is round two, and you remember that hopeless looking dude that seems like he can't even, hurt a fly. His name is Shibisu, and he's pretty much like a martial artist. But in this episode, you didn't really see too much. He's not like super strong, but he's just like a hopeless character that you would always want to root for. So, and then there's, remember the test that where participants had to pass the thick Shinzu wall provided by one of the test administrators. Uh, his fellow, participant as well, the woman that was struggling to pass the Shinzu wall, and him as well. He faces off against her party, and without hesitation, he punches her in the face, and then she says like, "How dare you hit a woman in the face?" But I mean, he has a good valid point. She's holding a knife. He doesn't want to get, a fatal injury. So yeah, her party is she is with another character who has horns. Forgot quite sure what that character's name is, but the other prominent member of her party is the sleeping guy. His name is Lauro. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then also during this round, there's another party that participates as well. And before this next round started, Lauro said that we should participate in this round, and I'll take care of handling Anaak, who is the girl on the throne. And it's revealed that even though his character seems kind of lazy, he actually puts in a little work. He's actually a Shinzu user as well. But eventually, Anaak is back into a corner a little bit, and she has to bust out her weapon. And it's also revealed that she's also a princess of the Jahad as well, and she has a special weapon very similar to the Black March. So these weapons are known as like ignition weapons. So when Anaak, who is also another princess of Jahad, she unleashes her power of her weapon, and Bam's Black March reacts to it. It's like shaking, I guess, pretty much urging Bam, let's get into the next fight, right? Let's see. And also being a fellow user of these special ignition weapons, Anaak also recognizes the presence of the Black March. And immediately after this round, her party easily defeats all these members, but she immediately jumps off the throne, and her team is automatically disqualified as a result, right? And asks Bam hand over the Black March, but Bam, being the the MC that he is, refuses obviously, and Anaak makes a bet with him. If you actually win this whole game, then I'll put my weapon on the line as well. And if you win, yeah, you get my weapon. But if you don't, I'm taking the weapon and your life as well. So, yes, these weapons are known as certain 13-month series. So pretty much it's forged by the master craftsman called Ashul Edwaru. And of course Black March is one of them. And it's also revealed that Anaak's weapon is known as the Green April. Before Anaak tries to forcefully take the Black March away from Bam, he's stopped by one of the test administrators. Let's see. And then then now we're transitioning to the third round. And in this round, the crown is up for grabs. A lot more parties participate in this round. In the beginning, everyone is trying to go as fast as they can, but Kun, he uses some like type of whirlwind of some sort, and immediately grabs the crown with ease. And initially, he said he fights off some other parties as well, and we kind of see a little of his combat skills too. So some projectiles are thrown at Kun, and somehow he opens up his briefcase and he's able to like absorb like some projectiles, which is kind of crazy. And then he has like some sort of, he has a sword. I don't think it's any special legendary weapon compared to what the princesses of Jahad are given, right? Oh yes, I forgot to mention, only these special legendary weapons are handed down to the princesses of Jahad. So I'm not sure. I guess maybe princesses are very esteemed as very high individuals, obviously, since they're from the royal family. But I wonder how. I mean, there have to be princes as well, right? I wonder what they're given in a sense. So actually, Kun is kind of funny. He's supposed to have a whole really crazy battle. After he gets the crown, he actually throws the crown, off the throne, and all parties go crazy over this crown. Everyone's squandering over it, but eventually, I don't know how this happens. But it appears that Kun actually still has a crown. I'm not sure. Maybe he, has some typical illusion of some sort. But yeah, he's still in possession of it, and as a result, I believe Bam will stay on the throne to be the caretaker of the crown in this game. And then yes, this is pretty much going toward the end of the episode. So at the end of the episode, remember we saw this mysterious party who seemed to be full of monsters. Remember that their test administrator. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling over that word. Their test administrator said that from their group of testers, only 3 people passed. So that means their whole party killed everyone else off. So it looks like they're gonna participate in the next round, which I believe would be the 4th round. And I believe Rachel is there. And in the beginning of the episode, Bam called out to her, but she didn't respond at all. And I believe if this is Rachel, I think it appears to be. It's at the end of the episode. She talks a little bit, and it sounds like Rachel, and it pretty much appears to look like her. One of her party members says, "Is it okay if we kill off everyone?" And then, without hesitation, she says yes. So hopefully, we get to learn more about who Rachel is really as a person, because she every time Bam reflects on his past, it's always about Rachel. She taught him everything he knew, and she seemed like a really sweet and caring girl. But I guess for the tower, where she would be willing to give up anything just to achieve gold, which is pretty going to the top of the tower and seeing the real sky and the stars at night as well. So yeah, this next round, next episode, yeah, the 4th round will be interesting. Hopefully we'll see what happens from here. But yeah, thank you for watching. Whew. All right, peace.